Why did Jim let Michael fall into the koi pond? If you go for the save, you might get pulled in. He guaranteed his safety. Or maybe not. I felt it was implied in the episode that Jim may have subconsciously let it happen due to being mad Michael was even there when it was a meeting Jim fully could have handled on his own. Even if that weren't the case, Jim might be quick-witted with words, but often struggles in quick actions. Have you seen the full video? It happens so quick that Jim doesn't really have a full second to consciously decide to let Michael fall in. It's immediate. Then it's what, an inch of water? Michael could easily stand up, but instead he flails around knocking plants into the pond, killing fish, and generally taking an embarrassingly long time to get out. Then when he does grab Jim's hand, he immediately goes limp and expects him to do all the work pulling him out. Michael would have absolutely pee. Instincts. Same reason he dodged the soccer ball. Killer new dance move. Jim's more of a watching sports guy more than a playing sports guy. Large, unwieldy Gumby frame and all. It was a split-second thing. Someone reaches at you. Your instinct is going to be to pull away. Are you kidding? Michael is a walking disaster. If you tried to help him, he would absolutely pull you in with him, face screaming in fear. It's probably a natural reaction. I don't think he had the time to think and purposely let him fall. It was like less than a second. I think there was subtext, and Jim even quietly realizing that he kind of doesn't have Michael's back at times. There was definitely instinct involved, but also, this was Jim finally showing Michael that Michael isn't always supported. Great moment in the series for what it meant under the surface. Because you should take the water and put some small KYs in it, and as it grows you dig out a pole and use the dirt to shove it up your GIF. Giphy 08Y87IODZJJB0D6WJ downsized. Should Jim have used his telekinesis? His hands were in his pockets. Should he have just stood there and let Michael pull him in?
Because it was funny.
It was a new dance move. In the episode, Jim kind of feels like Michael isn't accepting him as an equal co-manager, and he is annoyed by him still bossing him around in a way. But realistically, many people would react the same simply because you don't want to be dragged into the pond with him, so you would lean away automatically. Happens quick, and his hands are in his pockets. He probably wouldn't have been able to get his hands out to help if Michael took twice as much time to fall in. I make a joke that most people on this sub will blame everyone but Michael for Michael's actions, and this is another example of that. Because he thought he could handle the sales call alone. And he realizes he'll never be as good of a salesman as Michael, but he at least needs given the chance. Michael drove Dwight and a cameraman into a lake. He's not above dragging people down with him, LOL plot-wise. Jim didn't help to get at Michael, but realistically, it was probably instinct. I took Jim's character to be one who avoids physicality, like his actions when Roy came after him to attack, or during the soccer game. He was practicing a dance move. Why does Jim look like Bully Maguire? Oh, cool, another chapter of Have you tried watching the episode? Did you watch the episode? They have a lengthy conversation about it. But I know you're just fishing for karma.